Yet another beautiful day in the Sunshine State. I am on hold again. I was doing a little bit of body work inside of my engine bay this morning, sanding down where I patched up all the holes for the AC and the heater core, and of course, the good old Sunshine State decided that it wanted to show its sunshine. So we're playing the waiting game to jump back on that, and I decided to start filming because I'm going to be swapping the bell housing from this CA trans over to this KA trans. Now a lot of guys buy KA transmissions, swap the bell housing to bolt them up behind the SRs or the CAs. I guess in most cases the rear wheel drive transmissions from Nissan are all the same from the case back here. I don't know if that's true. A lot of the videos and stuff that I've read online, this is what folks do, they just swap them out. Got to pull out this front plate here. Probably can't really see it because of the crappy lighting with the GoPro, but there's a plate in there that you have to unbolt, slide that off the input shaft, and then unbolt all of these guys, and then pop this bell housing off. Same thing with this guy. This is a KA trans that I picked up from one of the 240 guys on the Jack's page here in Florida. We're gonna get this thing all swapped out and prepare for this transmission to go in the car, because the second gear sinker on this guy is a goner. And I honestly don't know anybody who rebuilds these things or does anything like that for these small Nissan Trans. So we'll just have to see. I might end up getting rid of it, or I might maybe ponder with it and mess through it and kind of just like, you know, work my way through a manual transmission, maybe learn a thing or two. But that is the game plan for right now. We're just gonna let this rain die off, and I'm gonna set you guys up so you guys can watch me struggle trying to swap this thing over. So let's get to it. So as you guys saw, I have the bell housing pulled apart. This is the CA bell housing here that my buddy Winston's messing with, cleaning up. And here is the KA transmission. We split this center piece here and put some RTV in there to ensure that it's got a nice new seal in there and we won't have any leaks there. This thing's just about cleaned up 95% of the way. Once he's done picking off the rest of that RTV, we'll lay a bead of new RTV on here on the transmission and slide this bell housing on this guy and bolt it down and get it ready. Here's the old CA trans sitting on the KA housing. I just dropped it right back on there, that way it's out of the way and convenient for us. Other than that, guys, I've just got to slap that back together and get back to my car. I don't know if I'm gonna have time, honestly, because these rain clouds keep moving in, but I'm gonna try to jump on it and get some work done to it after we get this guy done. So alrighty, my transmission is all thrown together. I've got that guy set aside. Everything is ready to go for that. This is the old one here, just laying out and exposed. The good one's in there. That trash bag there, it's got the shifter on it, just kind of hanging out, waiting. I'm going to move over here and start doing some body work on this guy. Let me show you guys real quick. My battery's about to die here, so give me 1 second. Alright, there's holes there from the heater core and the air conditioning. I've got to shape these guys up, get everything cleaned up, and then I can smoothen this out with some 320, prime it, tape off that little body tag there, and then paint the rest of the engine bay. As you guys can see, majority of it is silver. It is ready to rock and roll. The wiring harness has been cleaned up a little bit. I got some new looming on there. I showed you guys earlier in the video. I put some of that on there before I got caught in the rain this morning. I just got to clean up these guys here once I start working my way back in. You know, I'll probably do that with the motor in there. That way I know I've got everything like marked up and stuff ready to go, but I just got to figure out how I want the length and such. So that is about that, guys. She's cleaned up. I've got to finish that body work and we'll keep moving forward. So I've done a lot of cleaning up here in the garage, starting to straighten things up. I'm getting ready to call it a day. I'm probably going to go inside, have a meal, hang out with my dogs and my girlfriend for a little while, and I might come back out here to finish up the body work. I've swiped it once more after I sanded it down. I'll show you guys one more time. It looks almost the same as it did the last time you saw it, but it's been sanded down, it's been swiped up. I swiped up another area down here at the bottom where it had a little ding. Nothing crazy, just kind of cleaning up that area where all those holes were. And once that guy dries, I'll sand it down and paint it up, and we'll be done, or I guess, I don't know, 90% of the way done with the engine bay. I might lay a clear coat over it just to kind of give it some protection. Like I said, I'm not too keen on making it too crazy. I just want it to be somewhat pretty and cleaned up so people can appreciate somewhat of the work. But other than that, guys, that's a wrap for today. Done just about everything I've wanted to do. Next on my list is taking off all the old wrap on my manifold here, cutting all these old like metal clamp zip ties, whatever you want to call them, exhaust wrap ties, I don't know what the heck they're called, but getting that guy off, getting those things cleaned up, laying down the new exhaust wrap on that stuff, and then we're just waiting on parts. So I will see you guys a little later this afternoon. If not a little later this afternoon, it'll be in a couple days, because tomorrow is 4th of July and I'm going to be going to the beach with my girlfriend and a couple friends. We're going to be hanging out. Might bring the camera, I might film on my phone or something just to show you guys. I don't know, nothing too crazy, but that's going to be the wrap for what's going on now. So I'll see you guys shortly. So I don't remember where I left off in the last footage that I filmed for you guys, but I'm going to update you now on a few things. The engine bay is just about done. It's all painted silver. It's all flush over here. I sanded that all down, cleaned it all up as you guys saw, and well, bam. It's got a little bit of clear coat on it, nothing crazy. Like I said, this is just a rattle can job. This chassis really is, I mean, it sucks because the chassis is rust free, clean title, and the idiot cut a giant hole here, he cut a giant hole here. So if this car was a lot cleaner, I'd probably put a lot more time and effort in trying to pull everything out of here and properly painting this, but you guys can rag on me or whatever you want. But aside from that, I'll show you things that you guys care about, like this. This is a Connor 24 valve on Instagram, and the sun is blinding the truck so you guys can't see it. I'll throw his Instagram in so you guys can look at pictures, but he stopped by the house the other day. I helped him with his track bar setup, and he's just been hanging around, chilling. He actually lives down in Southern Florida. He's going up to school up here, and I figured I wanted to, you know, show you guys because you like Dodges.
Yeah, I think he spent like $6 grand. Injectors and the injection pump. Oh God.
Oh, he's on the tube view now.
I'm on tube view.
Tube view. You got anything to say about your truck? Well, a lot of people are gonna really like it because it's a Dodge and it's got forces, and it's not a 240, so.
It's a headache.
It's a headache?
Yeah. It's the resident Cummins for now.
Look how clean this is, folks. Nice and clean. It's got a giant sub in here. Nice and clean. Yeah, we'll do a real video one of these days. I'm not going crazy right now. I'm just showing. Yeah, we'll do a feature video or something. But I know a lot of people would appreciate seeing this on the channel right now.
4-gen bumper brackets. Yours truly there.
If you guys need any 4th gen bumper brackets, just let me know. I'll put the link in below. Put a nice little rubber patch there so it doesn't rub. That's a good idea. A lot of people ought to learn that. We need to shift it over a little bit, don't we? Heck yeah. Alright guys, so aside from that, I have a ton of parts coming tomorrow. I'll be able to show you guys that. I have my piston rings and my head gaskets. My head gasket. It will be here. Last thing on the list is the honing tool and the head studs, and we will be good to set this motor back together and get everything good to go so we can go drift at the compound, because I'm tired of talking about it. And we've decided we're gonna go down for my birthday, right?
Yep.
Talon's gonna tow with the half ton right over here. Good old, you guys remember Talon. Remember, he had the Tacoma. You've been on the channel in between now and then, so. We'll pull it down with the good old half ton here, and I think Winston will follow down. Maybe one day we'll tow it with this, but I don't know if he's into these things. It'd be badass too. But what's Winston in here doing?
Trying closing everything up because I'm about to start sanding again.
Wow. Winston's learning to weld. That looks good. That looks good. Now you're just gonna make them longer. Look at this guy. Alrighty guys, so that is a wrap for this video. I'm going to show you a few more things that I have done over the past few days that I haven't shown you that we talked about throughout the video. We finished up the engine bay last night. I wanted to let it sit and cure overnight before I showed you guys because I laid a little bit of clear on there. I don't think I showed you the back end. Maybe, I don't know. I'll just show you guys the finished product right quick, and I'm also going to show you the manifold here. She is all wrapped up, cleaned up, looking so much better than it used to. Me and Winston wrapped this the other night. Took us about, I don't know, I'd say 45 minutes to an hour. We had just had a little spray bottle rather than soaking this. The instructions said not to soak it. They just said lightly mist it down or spray a little bit of water as you're wrapping and while you're wrapping, and then once it's on there, spray a little bit of water and let it dry, and it will take its form and set. So as you guys can see, it looks so much better than it used to. Let's go check out this engine bay really quick, and then I'll wrap up this video for you guys. Alrighty, so here is the bay. Everything has been painted. Obviously there's a clear coat on top of this. Nothing crazy like I was saying before. I've already explained all this to you guys. I just want to show you this final product. Back here, everything's all shaved up and cleaned up. I left one hole for my wiring harness and stuff, and I'm gonna try to find a grommet or something to cover up this this loom once it's ran through the firewall. And I'm probably gonna plug this hole or seal this hole because that's where my rubber line for my boost gauge was actually ran through and up and around. So I might still use it and just seal it on the one side so I don't have all of that humidity and mist coming through when I'm driving in the rain, fogging on my windshield. It'll kind of prevent that. So here's the engine bay. It's looking so much better. I have pop-up to go on. I'm gonna get rid of the LEDs and the lazy lights, so that's why this got some overspray on here. I don't really care about them. Just gotta finish up the loom a little bit, and we are good to go on that end. I also went ahead and ordered my cylinder honing tool. That will be here tomorrow, and today my piston rings and my head gasket should show up. So in the next video you guys will see me pull the bottom end out of this guy. Actually, we're going to be leaving the crank, but we're going to be pulling the pistons out of it, and obviously we're going to be checking ring lands, and then once the ring lands we know that they're good, we're going to take the cylinder honing tool, hone out these cylinder walls a little bit, lay down a nice cross hatch, something that we're looking for so we can get these new rings to seat in there. And obviously, hopefully we that was kind of funny. Hopefully the ring lands are okay in all four of these pistons. If they're not, then we're going to be taking a step back, and I'm going to have to use my spare pistons over here with this block and then send it to the machine shop to get those all cleaned up and swapped out. So let's hope for the best on that guy, and yeah, let's wrap this video up because it's getting kind of lengthy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys who follow the 240 build are enjoying this. Hopefully the CA comes out to be an awesome little monster after this tune-up. Oh, and I also, one more thing before I forget, my timing belt came in from Gates. So yeah, if you guys need that part number, I know this is at the very end, but this is the part number from FR Sport for the CA18 DE and DET. So okay, now let me wrap this video up. Thank you again so much, guys. I will see you in the next video. Later.